Are we talking about snakes here, Python? Who has heard of the programming language Python? Show of hands. Okay, some of us have. Excellent. So it's not a snake, it's a programming language. What have you guys heard so far about Python? Karen, what have you heard so far?
I've already started learning Python a bit and trying some of the different modules. I've heard Python's a good language and it's got lots of things you can do.
Excellent. All right, thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's definitely a programming language. It's very popular, and it's usually one that we begin with before we moved on to other more complicated programming language. Awesome. So, it started in the late 1980s. That is a long time ago, right? This is over 40 years ago. None of us were alive yet, right? So we have computer scientists began doing application work on Python, and it just started as a hobby, just kind of like we have started Python as a hobby, right? And but he kept working on it and building the programming language. And in 1991, which is 10 years later, Python with all the different modules and packages were released. So it started as a hobby, but with lots of work, it became a full package programming language. Many things were built in, and it is easier to use, right? Which is one of the reasons why it's the first programming language usually to learn as a beginner. Fast forward now to current day. What year is it right now? 2025. It is one of the most popular language being used. So it's came a long way, and Python is great to code, machine learning, and AI as well. Does anyone have any question about the history of Python? What is one thing that you've learned today about the history of Python that you found very interesting? I'm going to go around the room and ask. Arif, what do you think? Was there something interesting that you've learned today about Python's history?
That it was made by Guido van Rossum.
Awesome, good. Anyone else want to share? Joanna, what about you? Did you learn anything interesting or new about the history of Python?
Um, Python had a lot to do with encapsulation, unlike other programming languages.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now we're gonna get into actually doing some coding, right? We're all excited about that. That's what we were here to do. So, we're gonna download Python, okay? Let me just send the web link to everybody. And you'll see it in the chat, okay? So I want you to click on this link. Kieran, you already have Python. Excellent. So you're ahead of the game. Hi there. I have your initial as IA. Welcome to the class. I'm Jojo. I'm your teacher for today's workshop.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I have to leave. Is that fine?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to resend the link in case some of us didn't get it because we arrived late. But we're downloading Python today. So I want you to click on the link, just like how you see it on my board. And then I want you to click Download Python. So everyone should see a screen. No, we're starting with the basics. We're not gonna do advanced stuff, no. Not for today's class. Okay, did everyone download? Python? Thumbs up if you have downloaded Python. Once you downloaded Python, you should see that you have IDLE, which is the development environment for Python. Anna, okay, I'm gonna go around the room one by one just to see how everyone's doing. Anna, how are you doing with the Python download?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Isn't this a Python workshop for the hackathon?
Yeah. Did you guys already have the Python shell downloaded, everybody?
I think most of us do.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So we're gonna start a new file. And do you guys have you already worked on the print function? Who has done the print function before? Can I get a raise of hand? Okay, so Kieran, Sam, Harrison, Anna. Okay, Anna, Joanna, have you done the print function before?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go through to see which one, what other the other features. Comments, string concatenation. Who has done string concatenation? Okay. how about data types? Who has done data types? Everyone's done data types as well? Okay. How about turtle? Who has done turtle before? Okay, so Anna, Joanna, Nick, have you guys done turtle before?
No.
No? Okay, so we'll start with turtle then. Let me just stop sharing for a minute. So turtle is a package within Python that allows us to do graphics. So I'm gonna do a demo of something that we can do in turtle, and then we can go through some basic methods. All right. So I'm gonna reshare my screen now. All right. We're still gonna create a new file. And you can call it as a test program or whatever it is, a picture or first picture or test file. And we're gonna do drawing. We'll start with some basic shapes. Just give me a second. Okay. So we're gonna start with import turtle, which is the package that we're gonna import. And I'm gonna save my sorry, just give me 1 second here. Okay. So we're starting with a background of the picture. So turtle allows you to basically draw pictures on Python. And who has heard of hex color code? I'm hoping everyone has. Hex color code. Okay, so you can change. Some of us who has used turtle may already know this, but some of us maybe haven't done it before. So I'm just gonna show you how to change the color background based on the hex color code. So, for example, if I want this color as my background, and I want Actually, should I have light blue? I'll have light blue. You'll have to put in the quotation mark with the asterisk of the color that you want. So this one is 99CCFF. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna send everyone the RGB color chart. You can change the background color for now. And then we're gonna do some shapes to start off for those of us that maybe hasn't done it before. So let's do circle. We can do a circle.
What is a 40 mean? Is it the radius?
Yeah, good question. So I'm gonna actually send you guys a list of methods in Python. So that will help you. That will help you with different types of shape, not just circle. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna just move everything here. I didn't realize you guys already know all of the Python basics because I was told this was an introductory class. So, okay. So that is the radius of the circle, right? 40 pixels. And I'm gonna try to find Python methods. You can also do fill color. So there's different options. So there's background color. You can also change your pen size. So now I've made my pen thicker. You can change if you want to color in your circle. And of course you want to change your fill color. So same thing, you can choose a different hex color, which is, I think I sent you the RGB color code. Okay. Is it making sense to everyone so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've went through a couple of methods. So this particular turtle package, it comes with a list of standardized methods that can help you draw pictures basically in Python. This is going to be really helpful for, I'm not sure if you want to make advertisements in your hackathon, but if you're trying to make promotions of something, that I feel like it's going to be really helpful. If you want to do something very creative with graphics. So we went through kind of the background color, the pen size, you can change it back to like a thinner one. We went through fill color, begin fill, circle, and fill, okay? Now, all right, so you're probably wondering, well, I can do shapes, but it's not very flexible right now. So what we can actually do is we're gonna use, use another few methods that's gonna help you be a little bit more flexible when you're drawing. So there is a method called up. It's just like when you're drawing, you lift up your pen because you want to move to a different positions. Let's say you want to lift up your pen to draw a sun at the top right corner of your screen. So you lift up your pen and naturally, let's say you want to set position of where your circle is going to be, a different circle. Let's say I'm going to go to a different X and Y position. And then I'm going to start to move my pen down. So now I have two separate circles because I started out with the position minus 35.95 as the XY position. Then I started drawing, and then over here, I lifted up my pen and I went to a different position, and then I put down my pen to start drawing again. So now these two circles are not connected because I lifted up my pen, changed the position, and I moved my pen to moved down my pen to start drawing again. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're gonna do some other shapes. Okay, actually before we do shapes, we'll just do lines. Okay, so now we're going to lift up our pen again. We're gonna go to a specific position. And then we're gonna move forward 40. And should I change the pen size again? Okay. Oh, I didn't do pen down. All right, so does anyone want to explain what happened here? What do you think happened there that made my little line? Can somebody explain? Let's see. Karen?
What made it work is you made your pen size 10 to make it bigger. You lifted your pen up and went to the middle of the screen. Then you put your pen down and went forward 40 pixels.
Yes, that's right. All right, so awesome. Okay, so that made sense to everybody. I'm gonna show you some other methods that are very good to use. Okay, so now you can also do turn right at 90 degrees. Okay. So we started with the line. We did pen down and forward. We made a right at 90 degree. And then went backwards 40. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to send you, actually, I'm going to give you a few more shapes and then I'm going to send you a list of methods that you can kind of explore on your own. All right, so before we do that, I just want to show you also combining. Everyone has learned the for loop, right? Has everyone learned the for loop in Python?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can do is combine the for loop concept to make patterns. Okay. And everyone has learned arrays, right? Who has learned arrays already, right? Everyone has learned arrays already? So now we're going to draw some patterns because we're combining. We're combining the for loop in our turtle package. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
So we drew some shapes, but they're like basically the shapes is repeated, right? In a for loop. So you can kind of do something like that as well on Turtle. Um, so I wanted to kind of explain the codes now that I showed you what the pattern looks like. Everyone has used for I in range 180, like the for loop before. And the modulator codes, right? So we're going through the list of colors, which is referenced here. We're moving forward 200 pixels, then you're turning right. Then you are moving forward 100 and turning 120. So these are the same patterns for each of the loop, right? So then you get a full pattern of shapes and colors. I'm gonna give everyone a few minutes to kind of copy this down. And then I want to check in on everyone's project to see how you're doing. Kieran?
Please, can you zoom in a bit more?
Yeah. Is it better a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop it here. Or is everyone finished copying the for loop?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and you guys didn't have any error message? Okay, Karen, I'll give Karen a few minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna share this web link to everyone before we finish class. It's from the Python website, the official Python website. So once you're done copying, you can click on a link. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone's done now. So once you click on the link, you will see this table of contents. And this is all relating to turtle graphics. Everyone can see my screen still, right? So turtle graphics, which is what we kind of went through, is an implementation of popular geometric drawing tools, okay? So like I mentioned, we can draw pictures and graphics. And the reason why I share this with you is because there are a lot of different things you can do within Turtle. And of course, we don't have enough time to go through all of it in today's class or today's workshop. But I think you guys are really interested in computer programming, computer science, so feel free to explore them yourself, okay? So the way that the method works is you can apply them the same way that we've done it in class. So I'll give you an example. So today, right, we used the forward method, which is displayed here, right? It explains, first you have to create the pen, right, which is, we've done that initially. Our pen in Turtle that we're using to draw, we called it T, using the T variable, right? You can call it pen if you want. Then everything else have to, align to what you named the initial variable, just like, the other coding classes you've had. The variable has to line up. But since in our class, in our example, we named the variable T, everything is lined up to T. So turtle forward and then the distance. So that's what we did. You used this method today. We did T forward and then the distance is 200. Does that kind of make sense? How we apply this particular method? Thumbs up if that makes sense, or hands up if that makes sense. Okay, great. Where did I go? Let's go back to methods. Okay. So these are the list of different turtle methods. This is the official Python site. So all the methods, like you should be able to find here. This is another one we used, circle, right? We only put in radius, but actually the circle method can have like 3 parameters if you want. So what do they mean? You can do some exploration. Like if you want to draw a semicircle, you can do that. Like for example, here it shows you can do a semicircle. You will do, instead of 360 in a circle, you do half of that, which is 180. So I can test that out right now with you guys. We're gonna do circle 180. Right? So we drew a semicircle. So this is just leveraging this notebook or like encyclopedia, this Python library, and use different methods that we can apply to our project, right? So that was circle and semicircle. You can do a dot. That might come in handy. But I want you guys to explore that. I've left a link in the chat. Feel free to explore it. There's different shapes as well. You can draw polygons, like polygons, different shapes. So feel free to explore these different methods. And we can end our workshop here. Did you guys have any questions before we leave? Or any questions regarding the Python library link that I've sent? Karen?
Can you show us the web browser module?
You mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Oh, like the original code that I gave you before?
No, it's just a code that I like. It's just a sort of code, really, just a module.
Oh, you mean the
Web
yeah,
browser
like
module.
the script, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can send you the script. Yeah. Here you go. I put it in the chat. Yes, Karen?
Can I just show you what I know about the
Sure.
thing? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Import web browser. And then I can view my website from it, like web browser.open. I'll just do a random website, HTTP. And then Python can open up a website.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Karen. All right. Thank you everyone for attending your workshop today. Good luck on your hackathon. And I'll hope to see you guys soon. Okay, bye everybody.